Currently with 137 laps to go, Casey Kane in his Dodge, Tony Stewart in a Chevy. And then you see Ryan Newman, who's on the front row, and Jamie McMurray, and Ryan Newman in that backup car, Jeff, hanging in there.
Doing a great job. And Chris, one other thing I want to point out, we've got 5 Dodges in the top 10 right now. So real strong showing tonight on this short track at Richmond by the Dodge Charger. Again, Tony Stewart has led the most laps, 138. Casey Kane right behind him, 109. As we're going to look at Elliott Sadler, working himself in position for the 10th spot. Michael Waltrip just in front of him at 9, and Greg Biffle hanging in there as well in that 7th spot. Yeah, he seems like he's pretty comfortable right there riding around. Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch right now is also up there in 5th place, and he's having a real strong run for that rookie. He's pacing himself really well and representing Hendrick Motorsports, since he's basically him and Brian Vickers, the only 2 left. And once again, points leader Jimmy Johnson out of the race on lap 81 with problems. Jeff Gordon is back in, but running well behind. Mike?
Elliott Sadler watched this race probably more than anybody here. And right behind him, Dave Blaney in the 07 making the pass on Michael Waltrip. But Sadler had a race taken from him last night on the very last lap. Carl Edwards got up against Elliott's rear bumper, squirreled him up in turn 2, and Edwards led only the last lap of the Funai 250 and won it. Sadler said, "I wouldn't have raced you that way." Elliott really wants to win on his home track.
That's what Elliott said. He said it's not so much about what happened. It's just how I had my sights set on my win here at my home track. And he said, you know, I had a tire going down left front. I knew when I slid up the hill a little bit, opened the door, and gave Carl the opportunity, and he took advantage of it.
Sadler's whole family for many, many years has come here to the fairgrounds at Richmond, and now the International Speedway to watch. I believe I read this morning that his cousins still have seats here on the front straightaway. Come to watch he and older brother Hermie run.
And this has not been one of his best racetracks. 12 starts, best finish of 12th. I'll tell you who's made a nice recovery, though. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He has moved up into the top 20 now to the 19th position. He was within just about a car length of going a lap down twice. Also had that pit road entering speeding penalty a little earlier in the race. So this group's about to recover from that.
That penalty set him back, and he's just now starting to overcome that. And the car looks a whole lot better than it did early on.
You know, Jeff Hammond made note that we have 5 Dodges in about the top 8 right now. The one thing that I'm looking here, remember 10 races this year, Hendrick and Roush, they have won 9 of those races. We only have 2 Hendrick Roush cars in the top 15 right now.
And only 1 Hendrick car in the top 15, that is Kyle Busch. I said earlier that the Hendrick and Roush teams between them have won 14 of the last 16 races. The record, 1971. 15 out of 17 races were won by either Petty Enterprises or the Holman and Moody Ford teams. And the difference between that and this, it was only 2 drivers.
That's about it, dude. A little bit more fight up off might work. 10-4.
Richard Petty and Bobby Allison, between them, won 15 of 17 races in 1971.
I'm rounding these numbers off, but between Hendrick and Roush, they have won 30 of the last 50 races.
Wow. We're watching Kyle Busch here in the 5 car in the 5th position right now. We have a couple of the Hendrick cars. There you see Jeff Gordon back on pit road. Now he's 54 laps down. Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car, is on the truck, and Brian Vickers right now in the 25 car, he's a lap down in 33rd. So right now Kyle Busch is the only hope for Hendricks tonight.
Dick?
Kyle Busch is running really, really well tonight, Larry. He started in the 10th position. Right now, he's running in the 5th spot. A lot of conversation between this young 20-year-old driver and Alan Gustafson, his 29-year-old crew chief. The car is nearly perfect. It's a little loose here and a little bit tight there. Gustafson has made good adjustments on the car to keep his driver running up front. Pit crew has also done their job, picked up 3 spots on that last round of pit stops. And let's remember who won the Busch race here last year in May. Kyle Busch dominated and won it.
He did do that. And right now, Casey Kane in the 9 car, our leader, about 35 laps after restart, he's starting to catch the tail end of the field again. A lot of heavy traffic in front of him.
And there's Dale Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards, and a bunch of cars not too far ahead of him. They better pick it up, or they're going to go a lap down again or getting close to it.
18th place race on the right of your screen, Nemechek and Kenseth. Casey Kane has had 6 runner-up finishes. He is still looking for win number 1 in Nextel Cup. James Hilton had 12 second-place finishes before his first win came in 1970.
This short track program for Casey Kane really coming to life this year versus last year, his rookie season. Remember, about a month and a half ago, Martinsville had a good run, finished second. So the short track program really coming around for Tommy Baldwin in this group.
Joe Nemechek holds off Matt Kenseth and passes Travis Quaffle. So here comes Kenseth trying to move up into the 18th position.
But like Darrell pointed out, these guys are desperate right now because the leader's only about 2 seconds behind them.
Yeah, Junior's at the line now and Casey Kane's at the line now. So, I mean, there's only a few cars between Casey and Junior to go a lap down. And that's the 3rd time he's been up on his back bumper.
One of them is Mike Bliss, another is Jeff Green, and then Scott Riggs. And Carl Edwards ahead of the leader.
Getting through these cars is where Casey Kane has had trouble before. He got bottled in up here, boxed in a couple of times, and that allowed Tony to catch back up and actually pass him. So he might be a little more aggressive getting through this traffic this time. He's driving very cautiously.
Well, Dick Berger pointed that out. You know, he's been asking his crew, what is his brake rotors looking like?
Jeff Burton in the singular Chevy tracking Michael Waltrip. They are 11th and 12th. We're at 280 laps. That's 70% of this race. And most importantly, we're within the window where one more pit stop would get everybody to the checkered flag.